you fans, this is the Skull Clown.
Fans, this is the Skull Clown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to talk about the Final Fantasy series. Now, I want to talk about mainly because I want to talk about the old games, not the newer games, because those games won't be remade. I'm talking about, you know, the older games, like the PlayStation 1 games, and the NES games, and the SNES games. Square Enix basically announced like a while back that they were thinking about remaking some of the old Final Fantasy classics, and that's great. I mean, they already remastered Final Fantasy X, so, and what's next? They're already doing Final Fantasy 7. Next on their list, I've heard, is Final Fantasy they're already doing Final Fantasy 7. But next on the list is 6. That's what I've heard. If they do, if that's what's next after they remake Final Fantasy 7, if that's what they're going to do, Final Fantasy 6, I'm all for it. I would love to see a upgraded HD not maybe remaster or remake of Final Fantasy 7. Just looking at it with graphics of today would look fucking gorgeous. Amazing. It would take your breath away. Just amazing. And to me, maybe if anyone in Square looks at this, I just want to say this. How come you guys have never made Final Fantasy 1 and upgraded it to graphics of today? You know how amazing that would be? You can keep, you don't have to make it action RPG. You can make it turn-based, obviously, but make it different. Have a time-based. Have the ATB system. You know, Final Fantasy 1 never had an ATB system. Put it there. Maybe, you know, it could be nice and fresh. You know, and it would be, to me, Final Fantasy 1 would be awesome with an ATB system. I always thought if they ever remake Final Fantasy 1, put an ATB system in it. Make it play the same, but put an ATB system on it, you know? You don't have to have limits if you don't want to. Because limits, basically, you don't have to have limits. I mean, you could if you want to, but, you know. I just like to have the ATB on that, to be honest. But, another game that they should remade, I mean, they already remade Final Fantasy 4. But looking at that from a good graphic from the PlayStation 4, good lord. I mean, Final Fantasy 4 has been remade countless times and does not need to be remade again. It doesn't have to be, in my opinion. It's been remade countless times, doesn't need to be remade again, because every time it's being remade, a lot of people think, what the fuck, Square? You're acting like this is your first game and the other ones are crap. You're not doing this to your first Final Fantasy, in my opinion. You're treating Final Fantasy 4 like it's your first Final Fantasy. I know Final Fantasy 4 is like the legit Final Fantasy. Like, it literally showed what the other Final Fantasy would be in the future, you know? But Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 were also good, you know? So whenever you remake Final Fantasy 1 to a high graphic standard, it's going to be beautiful. And obviously you guys will put effort into it, you know? And the thing is, do it at the anniversary of Final Fantasy 1. Don't do it after the anniversary or before the anniversary. Do it on the anniversary of Final Fantasy. And I don't know if Final Fantasy is going to hit its 30th anniversary. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I should look that up. Where's my phone? But if that's true, then Final Fantasy 1 should be remake and put on the Xbox One or, well, PlayStation 4, obviously, or Xbox One, however you want. I don't care, but it should be there. I still think Final Fantasy 1 should be remade. Again, Final Fantasy 2 should be remade. Final Fantasy 2 is just good. It is really good. Like, all these games have to be, not have to be, but eventually will be HD. and look beautiful. And when it does, I'll be there to pick the games up. And I'll be happy to pick up it. And you know what? I'll be happy to get a good graphic update of Final Fantasy V. Holy fucking shit. And Final Fantasy V is huge. 3 maps. You have 3 fucking maps in Final Fantasy V. Because the world map changes. That's smart, yes. The world map changes. But every time you think it's over, it's not over. Oh my god. And it is hard. Final Fantasy V is harder than the Final Fantasy IV DS. And even the DS version I've heard, it's not even that hard. And to me, it's kind of hard, but if you know what you're doing, it's not hard at all. It's fucking easy. But Final Fantasy V is actually a hard game. And it will kick your ass a couple of times, but, you know, that's just me. So I'm going to check Final Fantasy right now. Let's see. Came out in 1987, I believe? Yes. So, let's see. Let's see, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. 1980. Hold on. I'm sorry being quiet here. Yeah, 1987. Okay, 2016. Yeah! It's been 29 years. 29 years since the first Final Fantasy game. So Square Enix, next year, 2017, is the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1. If you're not going to do anything, if you're just going to, you know, release, you know, the PSP version on the iOS again and maybe update it a little bit and maybe put new stuff, if you're going to do that, then what's the point of fucking doing it? The 30th anniversary of the game that launched you to success, and you're not going to remake it or remaster it to a high graphic. I know it would cost money, duh, no shit, and I know it would take time, but you got until next year. So, and most people say, well, it takes a long time. It takes like 8 or 16 months for a game to come out, to be remade, and I mean to get made and everything. I know. But Square Enix, if you literally are thinking, because just the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1, Square, the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1. Most people might be like, why are you making a big deal out of it? It is a big deal for that company. And yet there's no rumors or anything for the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy. What they're going to do? Release the Dissidia? Is that why? Final Fantasy is one of my favorite franchises. One of my favorite series. And I would love to see Final Fantasy 1 updated graphically to become awesome. And do the things that the first one did, but more. Add stuff in. Add new secret bosses. Add, you know, secret characters that you can fight. You know, you can fight Zidane out of freaking nowhere, you know, because supposedly Dissidia Dissidia is a prequel to Final Fantasy 1 in all the Final Fantasies, supposedly. How's that possible? But it is possible, so look at that. And I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 1, and that's why I think it should be remade to the full extent of what it is. I know I was supposed to talk about all the Final Fantasies here, but I really want to talk about Final Fantasy 1. Because it's so close to the anniversary, guys. And do you think that Square Enix will actually remake it, remaster it, and actually release it on the 30th anniversary? Or you think they will wait for the 35th anniversary? Me? Why would you wait to your 35th? I know that's awesome, but most people would be like, what you did on your 30th? Nothing? What did you did on your 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy? You released it on the PSP. So, what are you going to do for the 30th one? It makes sense to remaster it and put it on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It makes more sense to me than anything. You have a game that you made 29 years ago, going to 30 next year, and you have no plans to re-release it or remaster it. The thing is, if you re-release it as it was on the PSP or the Game Boy, I think people might be disappointed. I know I would be, because I'll be looking for something big, you know? And Square Enix has been talking about remaking other Final Fantasies. So why not start, since they already started with, what, 9? I mean, not 9, 10. And now they're doing it with 7. So, next, and there's rumors that the next one would be, fucking 6. But why would it be 6 if you could just do 1? The anniversary to 6 is not close, is it? Maybe it is. But, at the same time, so is Final Fantasy, 1. The anniversary. 2016 came pretty fast. 2017 is around the corner. I know the year just started, but fuck, it is around the corner. Only 12 months, guys. 12 months out of the whole year. 2016 has 12 months to live. Same thing with 2015, 14, 13, and so on and so forth. 12 months to live, and that's it. They die. They're the new year. It's not a lot. 12 months is not a lot. Goes by fast before you even think about it. And that's all I really have to say. I enjoyed making this video. I just love talking about Final Fantasy in any video in general. It could be movies or video games. I just love talking about this shit. I love it. But they should remake Final Fantasy 1. And they should release it on the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1. Because I'm not saying, will I be disappointed if they don't? Actually, yeah. I would be disappointed. Very. Because, again, it's going back to your company was going to go down. And then that's why you named it Final Fantasy, because it was going to be your final game if it wasn't going to succeed. And it did. So, make something good out of it, guys. If you're going to have a party of the anniversary of Final Fantasy, cool. If you're going to have a party, or if you're going to have these other Final Fantasy games and release it, and then be like, yeah, it's the 30th of Final Fantasy 1. Here's the first Final Fantasy 1, HD remastered and everything, and here's some other Final Fantasies, from the NES and all that, Here, but it's just upgraded a little bit. Here you go. The Android devices, we just put it on the phone, but upgraded with today. Perfect, I would love that. I would really love that. But, again, I know what they're going to do. I know what Square Enix is going to do with Final Fantasy 30, with Final Fantasy 1, the 30th anniversary. I know what they're going to do. They are going to put it on the Android, again. But they're going to put it in, that drawing style of what Final Fantasy 6 was and 4 was on the Android devices. Let me talk about the Android devices real quick. The Final Fantasy 6 one, the gameplay, people complain about it. It looks fine, in my opinion. Once you beat it, it shows that little command system. It's like loading. It loads. The command system loads and it goes like bing. Then you have to press it. I love that. People complain about it because it's different. It's touchscreen, guys. Touchscreen. Okay. Yes, it could be like the other. It could be like Final Fantasy 4 on the Android. All you have to do is touch and it's still the same thing. Technically, it is the same thing, but Square Enix wants to do something different with Final Fantasy 6 on the Android. And they did it well, in my opinion. Most people complain about the soundtrack. The soundtrack is the same, just updated. Why are people complaining about it? It's the same fucking game, just updated. And that's one reason why I think if Final Fantasy 1 gets updated, people will fucking complain. Like, the ATB system. Like I said, if they added that, I thought that'd be great. But I guarantee you someone will fucking complain. That's not how it was in the original. So why is it here? Or it could... I don't know. I do enjoy talking about this, and the internet drives me crazy sometimes. I love the internet, but sometimes I wish I can just grab the ugly half of the internet and strangle it so bad that the good side looks at it and just cringes because it's that bad. That's just me. Thank you guys for watching. What is your thoughts on the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1 coming next year? I don't know what to say, guys. Final Fantasy 1, the 30th anniversary. There's already, there's a 30th anniversary of Back to the Future, so maybe it's inevitable for a 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. If that happens, I'll be the happiest person in my life. I'll be the happiest person in the fucking world, man. If Final Fantasy 1 was remade and had that ATB system and had some few stuff from the other Final Fantasy games put there. Put summons! That'd be awesome! Final Fantasy 1 with summons. The possibilities are endless now. It is just, and put more job systems. Instead of just the classical job systems, put more. Put a dragoon, and put all these elements to Final Fantasy 1. Put all the job class that you ever made in all the Final Fantasies and put it in Final Fantasy 1. And let the people decide what they want to play as. And name their characters. That's why I loved Final Fantasy 1 so fucking much. Because of that. Other people complain. Other people might say, why would I want to change my characters' names? That is true. I remember playing Final Fantasy 9 the first time, and I'm like, why would I want to change my character's name if the story is about that character? It's not called My Final Fantasy, it's called Final Fantasy 10. So it's about this character, not my character, But obviously a lot of people say, well, it's good that you can change your names, because if you change your names and you put your own name, you'd be more attached to the characters. And it's true. And mostly all the Final Fantasies do that. I think except for the newer ones, they don't do that. Maybe 15 it will. I hope it does. But most people don't like that, mainly because it's about the character, not you. You want to get invested with the character. But I think Square Enix does that so you can put your name on it, so you can be like, yeah, that's me. So you can be invested to yourself. And you can feel for that character because that's actually you, because you put your name on it. So, that's me. Come on, it's like in Final Fantasy 1, if you put your name on a freaking warrior, you're going to be like, come on, kick his ass, me, damn it, I died. Come on, mage, come on, oh, damn it. So that's just me. I really enjoy making this video. I said that like 3 times. I'm going to shut it off already. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and everything. I stutter a lot and everything. Sorry. Can't wait. Hopefully Square Enix makes the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy 1. And hopefully it's HD re-fucking mastered. And hopefully it's HD beautiful, gorgeous dot. It's like, oh, beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Could it look cartoony? Yeah. Yeah, it could. The first Final Fantasy did look kind of cartoony anyway, so... it didn't really have that... not that anime style. You could, because you have the HD remastered and it's upgraded, so... So that's me. See you guys later. I've talked way too much, and, tell me what you guys think about this video. See ya.
The Square Clown signing off. Have a nice day.